finally find some positive movement past that 50-yard line, and that ball will again remain in the orange half. Controlled by Nachito for now, left up, and relenting Wave will be able to push it to the back of the net as he finds it under one defender, and an awkward commit in the side corner will leave it open, and Endpoint find their first goal of the series.
That's a good cut. Relating Wave gonna kill time. The clock ticking down rather, and as this ball touches the ground, no, Nachito just has to hammer it down, and he does. Game one going in favor of Endpoint.
And what seemed like a prediction that
it possibly could, absolutely. I'm gonna just dodge that question because that's a hard one to answer. You know, who knows what these kids have. Oh my goodness, what an angle from Nachito, finding the far post all the way from the side wall, and somehow it rolls in.
And that physicality opens up Nachito to have that angles like that. It's going to be a very long day for Stonkers. We're given the momentum they just had. Now you have to reset, hit a quick regain, and find yourself back in the field of play.
No way.
Steak
Flips it over
Steak
on this. Just watch him.
You talk about a player needing to step up. Steak is there.
Drives in reverse. I mean, that's a heck of a way to score the first goal for your team for the series.
Still just a minute into the game. We've already had two. Make it three as Virtuoso bounces it over one, baits the defender right to the right of the net, and wins the challenge in the air.
Yeah, just good pressure right off the kickoff from Ends. I'd like to see him tighten it up, and like I was saying in between games, I want to see some aggression from them. I want to see demos, bumps, do something to try and get in the heads of Endpoint.
You heard Johnny Boy talk about it a little bit. This team can get going when they feel confident. When they start closing those spaces down and maybe getting a little bit more aggressive, they do things like this. Zamwe with the perfect setup, serves it for Tox, who puts it disrupting that passing lane, allows Nachito to come back on defense, and now he can begin to move in and go up for the challenge, which he does win. A booming hit to the back of the wall, and it's off the wall and down for Virtuoso, and a beautiful 1-2-3 pinch coming out of Endpoint.
And both defenders rotating back here have no boost in the tank. It's going to be hard to get up in time and beat Virtuoso to that.
No, off target a bit, but the reset will not come in. And back to midfield as is bumped away by Tox, who will carry on his lonesome. Zonley with the shot, off target again, and the follow-up from Steak puts it in to tie game two.
Great shot placement here from Steak, and good pressure from the team as a whole, but putting this shot lower left-hand side where no defender 10, and Steak gonna push this one forward, but Virtuoso waiting patiently. Good presence from him. Good pass over to Relating Wave. Relating Wave coming down looking for Tox. Doesn't need to get the bump as Virtuoso puts that right on target.
You could see him setting it up all the way through. There was so little that Tox could do, could not get back around in time. You can't expect anyone to be able to stop that if you don't stack the net. Endpoint go up 2-0. And coming into a decisive game, when all you have is players ramming you right in the front, you continue to find yourself demo. That's another one. As Nachito and Virtuoso have been all but physical, and the redirect off the defender has enough touch on the ball to put it towards the end, and Virtuoso, in company, will help his team get on the board.
Yeah,
orange net. And again, we look at a situation where Endpoint have gone up 1-0 and are daring Stonkers to come out and challenge them on these plays. They haven't been able to do it, and finally Tox gets the touch they needed.
This is a good bounce shot from Tox. So hard to defend when you're sitting on the goal line. Nachito misses that read, and no way Relating Wave is ever going to Stonkers. I love the fact that they're not waiting at all. Zero hesitation on their end. Oh, mama.
Good shot, a great save from Zamwe, and a follow-up. It bumps off Zamwe's car. It goes to the top of the net, and you can only sit and wonder what might have happened had he not fallen at that specific angle. A devastating... And that should do it. 1 second, the ball will touch. Two unfortunate touches that lead to goals, the only goals that Endpoint needed, and we quickly...
This is an opportunity for Endpoint. Up off that backboard, Relating Wave gets turned away by Tox. And now it's Stonkers' turn. Here they come, pushing down the field. The ground pinch under the defender. And just like that, they take the lead.
How do you combat physicality from Endpoint? You get in their face and you bring it to them. You put a shot down that would not connect. The hold so far from Stonkers has been brilliant in net. And another big move out. A follow-up again. Finally, Nachito is able to notch one in. 1-1 as we tie game 4. And the physicality from Endpoint has been too much.
Just demo after demo after
To be at least 10 or 11 for the team combined with how much they've been punishing and bullying Stonkers off the field. It is so hard to get defense set up with a beautiful hit like that from Nachito. 2 goals on 3 shots and an assist from Relating Wave.
And it's just the constant pressure, the fear of demos. Stonkers keep a little too wide on that shot. That could have been the dagger in the hearts of Stonkers.
They are picking up Stonkers and shaking them for their lunch money at this point. Like, it has not been close. Tox able to tie it up 2-2.
I believe a demo came, or a bump came out, yes, from Zomway, unrelating Wave, and then forced Virtuoso to go up as well. So
a big bump in net, but Nachito able to stay alive.
Zomway gets that flip on the ball, trying to follow it up there. Stake puts it on target, and he takes us to game 5.
A perfect serve from Zomway and an even better touch from Stake. It had to fall eventually, and finally, Stonkers have life. They found themselves back in this series. They're only down 3-1.
Get a touch either on the ball or the player, was unable to get both, and still pressure for the Stonkers remains. This pass from Zomway over to Stake, the drop down back to Zomway on target. What a passing play for the Stonkers to take the first goal here in game number 5.
This is their first lead so far here in the series. They start game 5 with
it all, and right now, so much has to be on the line for Endpoint, knowing that that could possibly come to a screeching halt if they come down to the rival series. And a good shot from Zomway, good pressure from Stonkers, and they dealt with that offensive flurry from Endpoint perfectly.
It was vital as a duality with Stake in the last series, and finally he has
worked with. That's a good touch from Virtuoso. Here comes Nachito, but good cutoff from Tox. Gonna slow this ball down, number advantage, and he pushes that one through, and Zomway gonna finish it off. This one, all but a victory for Stonkers.
A hat trick on 4 shots, you'll take it every single day of the week. 1 minute left. It's looking like very, very different team than the start of this series.
Beautiful pass there from Stake. Zomway just a little bit off target. But if they can keep doing those plays,
4 goals.
I mean, they are going to just keep piling them on. And you said it, Spaceman. 4 goals for Stonkers. Took them a little while to warm up to this Endpoint team, but man, oh man.
The only issue, Subi, is you have no room for error. You've given up 3 games. You can't afford to drop anymore. So yes, you've woken up, and yes, it looks great. But they have a huge mountain to climb, and Tox puts the icing on the cake in Game 5.
Tox was feeding Zomway all game long, and Zomway decides to return. Remember, such an integral part to the success that has been founded late in this series, but the job not done as they head to game number 6. They still need 2 more
game 6.
Good challenge there from Stake just to get a touch on the ball, but an awkward touch from Tox. Gonna leave that net open, can't get there in time, and Nachito makes the defense pay.
A much-needed goal. They got outscored 5-0.
Zomway pushes that one forward, gonna allow all the members of Stonkers to kind of recollect themselves here.
As the game slows down, you start to wonder how in the world Virtuoso found the top of the net. A pass from Nachito in the most impossible angle.
That's just a beautiful right there. That's hours and hours upon hours of training to be able to ring that one home. And we're just about at halftime, and a bad miss in net. Stake's gonna want that one back. He's been the defensive wall, but all it takes is one little crack, and the dam collapses.
F in the chat for that unfortunate 3-0. Now you're looking at all of the backs against the wall. It has just been a relentless fury of goals, one after another. You're down 3. You were down 3-0 in the series. Is it poetic? Sure. Could you come back? We would love to see it, but they need everything to start going right. Tox able to find one.
Got to get one to get that freight train rolling downhill, and right at halftime, Tox puts this ball in, and now
net goal. They gave up a great angle they could not control, but at the end of the day, this should have been possibly 3-2, 4-2 Stonkers. And with that said, Endpoint, congratulations, you will move back into the RLCS.